Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Sherry.
And I have a question again today. Sometimes we start with questions.
What's your question?
What if you are wrong? Me?
Wrong. No.
Look,
No.
never.
Because in my mind,
All right.
I'm right.
You're right, right? And then so many times that's what people think. I'm right. This is the way I've learned it. This is the way I do it.
Right.
And this is the way it is.
Right. But unfortunately, that's not always the case because
Right.
just because you thought something to be,
Mhm.
just because you your whole life have known something to be,
Mhm.
you worded or said it to be.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that it was designed to be.
Right.
Just like that with that. So
And you're so right. Think about it. We've been doing this karaoke thing, right?
Right. And you finding out.
And we're finding out a lot of these songs we thought we knew.
Right.
We
You
don't
didn't
know.
Right.
We're saying one word, but the song is the songwriter truthfully had a whole different meaning, right, or context,
right,
to
and
the song.
throw you off your whole song.
Right.
And you're like, what? Wait, what? It said
I
what?
thought it said. Look, I thought I knew that verse.
That's right. Even with karaoke, think back to the Westmoreland singers.
Mm-hmm.
We would be singing, and Aunt Bird would have us saying some crazy stuff like Noah built the ark, right? My whole life, I thought it was Noah built an art. Not art, so you have to think about some of these words. You're close, it's similar, but no, that's not it.
That's not
right,
it.
exactly.
And I'll be honest, so many times in life, that's the way it is. So not just karaoke,
Right.
Things all the time in life,
exactly.
And so many relationships, so many not just relationships, but even in my profession, because we've taught it one way, and it's so hard for us educators to, because we've done things so long for so many ways the same way, that when a different strategy comes, it's hard for us to wrap our mind around that new strategy. And the new strategy could save time, it could save the frustration, and it could help differentiate with the ones who don't get it with the ones who does get it, right? But so in that's just life, And again, in relationships, you think about how many times you've had an argument with someone because your way is the only way, your way is the right way. And I'm going to go ahead and add scripture to it, because look, the scripture's going to help us out a whole lot. In Proverbs 21:2, it tells us every way of a man is right. Watch this. In his own eyes.
Exactly.
So with that being said, you have to weigh the cost. You have to think about it. You have to just, could it be differently? Is it different? And maybe I am wrong.
Right, exactly.
And look, so even if you're right.
Right. I mean, you can innocently be right, be wrong, not knowing, which is the basis of this. You can be, again, your whole life, or something that you learned it that way, something you learned by default, or something you've learned by experience, or what have you. Is something that you've learned, so it's something that you project. This is the way that I live my life because this is the way that I've learned it. So this is me, and you have to sometimes be willing to learn differently,
right?
Rewire that thing, because I have to think back to when when the boys were in elementary school, and I'm helping Quincy with his homework, and so a lot of the kids came around because I would volunteer, and so we were sitting in the hallway in this one particular instance, and I'm teaching them, and they said, "Oh, that's the old-fashioned way." Do what now?
Right.
So I'm like,
again,
so teach me, right? Because this is the way that I've learned it. So this
now
is the only way.
This is the only way I know. So now you teach me, right?
So you guys, now you teach me, and that's the way that we have to approach life. We have to consider, maybe I am wrong. Maybe there is a different way. Or maybe
there's a better way. Not to even say that your way is wrong, or a better or easier way.
Exactly. So you have to look at that.
And if I could go ahead with the rest of that scripture, because it says, "But the Lord pondereth the heart."
Okay.
So you're right in your own eyes, but God is pondering your heart.
Okay.
And you know, so many times, what do we say?
He knows
God knows my
Yeah,
heart.
He knows
He
my heart.
yes, he does.
Mhm.
And be thankful, so
So
grateful that
Mhm.
he doesn't bless us accordingly, right?
Exactly.
Because if he can tell what's in our hearts, what's on our
some of
minds,
us in trouble.
some of us would not be blessed, man. We would have
Mhm.
look.
A
So
heart
many
attack.
heart attacks, so many punishments, and
Exactly.
so look. Thinking back on childhood, you would be punished so much. You would be grounded so much if
Right.
God really bless you according to what you were thinking
Exactly.
or what you were doing, right?
Right.
So thank God that he blesses us in spite of, because it would be a mess.
It would be,
right?
Exactly. Hey,
Right?
Right. Move on with that. You know, don't say was. Hey, again, it's more than one way.
It's more than one
so
way.
you have to again be considerate of it.
Mhm.
You know, and then you did read Proverbs 21:2, Proverbs 21:3.
All right, 21:3 says this: to do justice and judgment is more acceptable
Okay.
to the Lord than sacrifice.
Okay, so stop saying he knows my heart.
You're right. You better do
What's in
do
your mind
the
and
right
your
thing,
actions.
right?
Exactly. You would find yourself growing.
Mhm.
You know, because there is one, you can never stop learning, never
Mhm.
stop growing.
Right.
So do
Right.
things differently. You know,
Right.
and be accepting, be
Mhm.
considerate.
Be open-minded.
Right,
Be
exactly. You
open-minded.
can't be so rigid. So I mean, look at this thing, and we're saying approach it like that in the natural, and then think back on the spiritual.
Right, because it's all intertwined,
all
right?
intertwined, right? So we're gonna end it there, sister.
Okay,
You know, because I had some other thoughts, but
right.
you know,
Let's
we're
go
short
ahead
on
and
time,
end it,
so
right.
we're gonna end it with our commercial.
Go ahead and like us.
Okay, share us.
Leave us some comments.
Right, some righteous words, some right words, some right words.
Right.
We're gonna be open minded. Okay, and then go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
And go hit that purchase button.
Yes, and thank you if you've already purchased.
Right.
Thank you if you're planning to purchase.
We thank you, but in your purchases, if you have or if you're going to, if you can leave some reviews,
right?
Because we're learning that reviews matter. And then if you can't purchase it, don't feel bad, but go ahead and request it from your local library. And we just ask that you guys have an awesome night.
Awesome night.